Welcome to Retire Too Soon, and if this is your first time, don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out my channel. I do a wide variety of different stuff from scale all the way up to real trucks. Located here in Alaska, and looking forward to showing you this beautiful state. Let's jump in the video.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Welcome back, boys and girls, and you're probably going to hear my kids jumping in the house, making lots of noise and having fun. But let's go over the 5 things I would do when you first get it. I try to put them in order. The first thing I would do is fill up the shocks with oil. I would drain out the factory oil and put in fresh oil. Most people are having issues with their shocks, especially when they're new, that they end up binding. You'll get it and you'll have to push down, it'll be really hard, and then it'll break loose. First thing you do, go around, fill up the shocks with oil. I put in 40 weight, I think the factory is 30 weight, and I've heard people going all the way up to 70 weight. Let's jump into number 2. Alright, number 2, wheel spacing. Especially if you're going to be doing aftermarket wheels and tires, which is the most common thing people change first. I went with a 62 millimeter. I believe factory is 57 millimeters tall, and my wheels are also weighted. All the links are down below in the prescription, and they are affiliate. So you can run 62 millimeter. They do barely rub the torque bars at full crank. That's what you put in a spacer there. I believe it's a 3 millimeter washer, rubber washer you put there. With a 3 millimeter washer, it pushes it all the way out, and it also tightens down the wheel. Number 3, I would heat shrink the driveline. There's little pins right here that could fall out, so you get a little heat shrink. I believe it's 3/8 heat shrink they use for wires. Put it on there, cut a little bit of heat, shrink it to the driveline so you don't lose your pins. Number 4, I would relocate the shocks. You want both shocks facing towards the center of the vehicle so you get the best articulation. I used the factory holes. I went out and spent about $5 in hardware at your local hardware shop. And you get the 3 millimeter rubber washer, same as you use in the tire. Get 2 other washers. There's a nut on that side, so washer on this side. Don't fully tighten it, you still want to be able to move shock side to side. This location, you can fully tighten it down, but you want to make sure you can still move the shock so it doesn't cause any binding. So I add with number 4 is removing the front shock tower. Not only it cleans it up and makes it look better, but the servo doesn't hit as much, so you get a little bit more articulation. With having the suspension drop down where it's at, it does lift up the Bronco, which does raise the center of gravity, but it doesn't affect too much as far as crawling. And also gives you plenty of room so you don't have to trim your fenders. So it can flex and you can go over higher rocks. Number 5, I would do a light kit. Whether you piece together your own on Amazon or if you actually buy the kit that they sell. Which I haven't got yet because my local hobby store doesn't have one in stock for the Bronco. But I will be looking at getting that soon, hopefully, when they have it in stock. But for now, you can get these 3-pin connectors on Amazon. They come in Y's. And I drilled in the roof right there so I can put some off-road lights. And I believe it's 3 millimeter LEDs that I pushed into for the headlights. They are blue, and I also wired in for the side so I can get some light when you're crawling at night. You can get red ones for the rear. So technically you can make your own for like a quarter of the price. So I can have all the functions from the factory. Here's a 3-pin connector into the other 3-pin connector. Goes in. The off-road lights are also a 3-pin, so it goes into Y here, goes in here, and then I have it extended so you can move the body. And I'll give you guys a little bonus. So number 6, I would add some weight. So I add some weight for the tires. I put on this front toe for not only looks, but add a little bit of weight. And I'm waiting in the mail for some brass. Getting some front end weight would definitely help doing the uphill climbs. If you watched my last video, I changed out the front springs so it's lighter, which I think that really helped going through the crawling course. I think it turned out to be a pretty capable RC. If you haven't bought one yet, it's pretty fun. I would definitely invest in one if you're on the fence. So if this was helpful, give it a big thumbs up. I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until the next video, thanks and bye.